May 30th, 2019, Chainlink went live on Ethereum mainnet. One price feed, ETH USD, secured by 3 Oracle nodes. 7 years later, the network has enabled over $30 trillion in cumulative transaction value, secures more than $100 billion in on-chain assets, and sits at the center of some of the most significant deals in institutional finance. So today, let's celebrate Chainlink's recent 7-year anniversary. We are walking through the 7 milestones that actually got here, one for each year. Don't forget to subscribe and stick around to the end, where I'll be giving away some Chainlink socks to celebrate its 7-year anniversary. Alright, the first milestone is a Mainnet Launch in 2019. The launch happened at Consensus 2019 in New York, and it was very quiet by industry standards. The team had completed 3 independent security audits and called it a significant step beyond theory and into practice. What made the launch so significant was the honesty of the scope. There was 1 feed, 3 nodes, and a real working Oracle network on Ethereum, solving a problem that nobody in DeFi had cracked at that point. The second milestone is the DeFi summer and Chainlink becoming the critical infrastructure in 2020. 2020 was when Chainlink stopped being a project where people were watching and started being an infrastructure people were actually dependent on. DeFi explodes that summer with Aave, Synthetics, and Compound putting billions of dollars into on-chain lending and derivatives, all of it needing real-time price data to function. Chainlink was feeding nearly all of it. By the end of 2020, the network was securing tens of billions in smart contract value across multiple chains and dozens of protocols. That period established a dominance that competitors have been unable to displace in the years since. The third milestone is off-chain reporting and the 2.0 whitepaper, both arriving in 2021. It was the year that Chainlink went from a work in Oracle to scalable future-proof infrastructure. In February, they shipped off-chain reporting, or OCR, which lets nodes aggregate data off-chain and submit one transaction instead of many. That cut node operating costs by up to 90% and gave the network 10 times more throughput. Then in April, the team released a Chainlink 2.0 whitepaper, laying out decentralized Oracle networks, off-chain computing staking, and the first outline of what would become CCIP. Reading it now, you can trace a straight line from that document to the DTCC deal in 2026. The fourth milestone is staking going live in 2022. In December 2022, Chainlink launched staking V1 on Mainnet. And for the first time, Chainlink holders could crypto-economically back the network's performance guarantees and earn rewards for helping secure Oracle services. This was the missing piece that turned Chainlink from decentralized data provider into a fully aligned, economically secured protocol layer. It gave the entire ecosystem skin in the game and set the stage for the institutional confidence we can see today. The fifth milestone is, of course, CCIP going live in 2023. In July, CCIP launched on Mainnet across Ethereum, Avalanche, Optimism, and Polygon, delivering a single secure standard for moving messages, tokens, and data between any blockchains. The pitch was simple but took years to build. CCIP gave institutions one reliable interface instead of having to build custom bridges for every chain. By 2025, it had expanded to dozens of connected chains and billions in cross-chain volume. And that network effect is now generally hard to replicate. The sixth milestone is the institutional turn with Swift and beyond, running through 2024 and 2025. This is a milestone that changed the conversation entirely. The relationship with Swift actually began publicly at SmartCon 2022 with the first Chainlink Swift proof of concept using CCIP. Then in 2024, 2 years later, it moved into production pilots, most notably the MAS Project Guardian trail with Swift, UBS Asset Management, and BNY Mellon that successfully settled tokenized funds using existing Swift payment rails. By 2025, the initiative had grown to 24 of the world's largest financial institutions working together on corporate actions processing, streamlining one of the most complex workflows in traditional finance. These weren't lab experiments, they were institutions with legal teams, compliance requirements, and reputations on the line, running live pilots on Chainlink. And then just a few weeks ago, the announcement that crystallized the entire 7-year arc. The DTCC, the organization that processed $4.7 quadrillion in securities transactions in 2025 alone, announced this Collateral app chain that will integrate the Chainlink Runtime Environment, or CRE. The goal is 24/7 near real-time collateral management across global markets, targeting a Q4 this year 2026 production launch. Collateral management is one of the slowest, most fragmented processes in finance. Tokenize it and running it through automated smart contracts could free up enormous amounts of capital and eliminate decades-old operational risks. DTCC is betting on Chainlink to make that work. Nazarov called it the killer application that traditional finance has been waiting for. Looking at the 7 years it took to get here, the quiet mainnet launch, the DeFi grind, the architectural upgrades, the institutional pilots, that framing lends so differently than it would have in 2029. So 7 years. It started with 1 ETH/USD price feed to $30 trillion in enabled transaction value. 3 Oracle nodes to 24 of the world's largest financial institutions running production pilots on the same infrastructure, all with Chainlink. The next 7 years are going to be very different from the first 7. And if you've made it to the end of this video, you will definitely already understand why. So to celebrate, I will be giving a pair of Chainlink socks right here. And to participate, you just need to be subscribed to my channel, of course, and like this video. And drop your favorite Chainlink moment in the comments of this video. Make sure you also tag your X account so I have a way to reach out to the winner, which I will announce in my next video. If you want more deep dives like this, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Link everything. Cheers. Bye-bye.